Hello, and welcome back to the world of Arklands and to Mai's Academy. When we last left our heroes
In training.
What did y'all
And
get
Crow.
to?
We had...
Ryan, why don't you recap?
Yeah.
Crap. That is a
All right,
good
buddy,
question.
you're on the spot. Let's go.
I am! Alright, so last week we did stuff, and things happened, and yeah, we learned. Things. Mostly.
The notes are in Google.
Oh, that's right, they are. Hang on.
You were introduced to your utility teacher.
That's right, the utility teachers. Those people.
At least they should be.
We talked to
Oh, and L challenged a guy, and he did something really cool.
Yes, he did.
I do remember that one.
And you were introduced to the hesitant mechanics. I'm still... I can't playtest this because it's y'all.
That's fair.
So we're working it out as we go a little bit. I have a good sense of most of it, but the specifics may get tweaked as we move forward.
We'll figure out a way to play test them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, the problem is it has to apply.
Stuff is in
It's
there.
anyway.
I might have forgotten.
So the party awakes later than usual due to yesterday's exhaustion. They attend their final introduction class at noon, and this class introduces the teachers who can train them in various proficiencies or skills related to intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
Yeah.
You're the kind of person that when you're doing public speaking, you read straight from your notes.
No, because when I'm public speaking, I know what I'm saying and speaking on.
Anyway,
You participated in that game.
That doesn't mean I remember.
that's where we return for this week's episode. So, with your introduction week completed,
Welcome week is done.
is there anything else that you wanted to do over your long weekend before your
Oh,
first
that's right.
classes
You
began?
wanted to go shopping, right?
Oh yeah, I did. On the last day, I wanted to go shopping with Cass specifically.
Okay. And is there anything
Are
specific
you
you're looking for?
running the team?
Yes.
Nice.
Kiera's like, I want to go shopping, please.
Free money.
Is there anything specific you're looking for?
Just a couple of utility items, and if there are any potential magic items out there,
Trinkets,
just see what's
trinkets.
available. Yeah, trinkets. But primarily, I mean, the most basic thing that I'm looking for is healing potions.
Yeah, healing potions are 50 gold per.
Got it. Okay.
What?
We need the healing potions in order to help us when we fight, and I figure
That's
this.
a lot of money.
Did
What
those
if,
words
by
just come out of his
coincidence, you have
mouth?
money?
Did he just say that's a lot of money?
Guess who has more?
Who? I'm pointing at him, and he said that's a lot of money.
Yes, I have the money to buy it. I'm just saying that's a lot of money.
It is for your team.
You bastard! Does Crow already have him
I
pegged?
need Crow. I think I'm gonna call for a deception check.
Okay.
Because that
Hang on,
only
hang on.
works if Caspian believes that she's
true.
actually me.
She's
Can I
absolutely
give
messing.
help?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Oh, that's
that called?
good. No, that's
Okay, good.
that's a
roll?
discernible number.
7.
Total?
Oh, what would this be? Persuasion? Deception?
How are you helping?
I would probably go like, oh, she makes a good point. This is for all of us.
Deception.
Deception, dang it.
Total of?
14.
I mean, technically,
You're above
it is
10. You
worth
give
it.
advantage.
I don't like that.
18.
Passive insight?
My passive insight is only a 13.
What'd you roll?
I haven't
Okay,
rolled
okay,
yet.
go ahead. If you would like to roll insight, go for it.
This is an unusually altruistic thing for
That's
Crow to
true.
say.
That is true.
Aries' passive
It might
insight
warrant
is
advantage,
18.
we'll
She
see.
clocks it.
Woo-hoo-hoo. For insight, that is a 22.
Reroll that.
Oh.
Are you using an inspiration?
Yep.
I can't out-inspire that.
Ryan went out of his way to buy everyone here food, so he has them stacked up.
You betrayed me!
This is a good brownie. Thank you.
I hate that.
Entirely valid use.
That is a valid use. I can't stand it. I just rolled for the same as my passive, so
So
so he believes him.
Yeah.
Fine. I think we would be better off trying to learn how to make them at the school, but
Yes, but that is long term. We get these now, we have them for the next spontaneous fight, since every fight so far has been just sprung upon us.
We're also going on a mission eventually.
That too.
will the school not be providing things like that for us?
I have no idea, I do not want to leave it up to chance.
Gas will pull out his pouch
right.
and starts counting the gold.
How
does
many
he
are you
get?
buying?
I'm thinking
How
one for
many
each.
has he put in front?
Yeah, how many does
There's a potion section in the general market.
Yeah, but I imagine Elle is holding some. How many is
No,
Elle holding?
they're not able to. You can't just go and
Okay.
grab them. There's essentially a catalog at the
Okay,
front that
you
you
can
can flip
pick
through,
them out.
and so you have to ask for how many, and they'll bring it to you.
How many?
one per person? Maybe two
It's
per
for a
crow?
good use. It's a good use. It's a good use. No, she
Hey,
gets one.
I haven't been an issue so far. If anything, he's
She's
the
just
one on
taking
the
the
ground
least
after fight
damage, I
last
think.
time.
All right. Can't believe y'all are making me spend
200
this
gold.
much of my money so quick. I can't like a week into school write my dad and be like, hey, can I have a more allowance?
I mean, listen, if you explain why it's gone,
It's true.
there actually might be more leeway.
Maybe. Cass
Maybe.
Cass would be a little embarrassed about
I got my
spending that
ass
much
beat.
that
Can I
fast,
get
though.
some money for healing potions?
Alright. I've adjusted
Trying
my
to be a good
amount.
hero and support my team.
I've bought 4. Everyone gets one.
All right, add a potion of healing.
Cass will hand them out. If any of you waste these, you owe me 50 gold.
You're the one who's
Alright.
going to be using it.
Elle does not drop the potion as it is handed to him. That was a non-natural 20 on sleight of hand.
$500. Thereabouts.
Yeah.
Per. 50 gold
5K.
for a potion?
For a magic potion that will heal your
Is
wounds
it-
instantly.
Oh,
Common magic item.
Common. It is
1
magical.
gold is about $100.
Damn.
dang. Spent 20 grand.
No. Wait, did you?
5.
If each one
Five-
is
20?
1
5.
gold is about $100.
Holy crap. Thank you.
It's not even half the money he has.
It's not. But
Gary has no concept of money. She's just like, okay.
Adventurers just tend to deal. We lose the frame, but like that's why it's 2 copper for a mug of ale or things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because magic is expensive.
see, we're
It's your fault for giving us 20k at level 5.
it wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was the spell scroll. The one that we sold
That-
for
oh, yeah,
like
that one.
90k.
That also, yeah.
Yeah. That was the one
I was
that
holding on to that thing for so long. When am I ever going to use this? Hey, how much is this? Trey goes, oh, it's...
Pretty much, yeah.
That was a glorious moment in our campaign and has forever ruined our concept of money in this
I bought a
game.
boat.
Well, if you're concerned about money, we can always look for the dragon's hoard.
What?
The hoard of Firesight.
It's still there.
There's,
No
a,
one's
good,
found
sorry,
it
is
as
this-
far as
are
I
you
know.
there's a good chance that someone's already found
Are
it.
you? I'm sorry. Are you
Actually-
talking about a legitimate dragon's
It's dead.
hoard?
Yeah, the dragon is dead,
Up in
but
the ruins.
from the research I've done, nobody's found the hoard.
I don't believe that no one has found it. I think the school has found it and then have kept up that it has not been
The
found.
school's only been here for so long. the town's been here for a lot longer.
I mean, it's possible, but you never know.
Either way, it's not worth looking into.
I don't need a dragon sword
as you
at
lose.
the moment. I have Cass.
I am not a dragon's horde. Is that all I am to you?
No, you are a valuable member of the team with deep pockets.
Yep.
I see. Valuable.
Valuable. Glad to have you.
So valuable, I cannot put a price on your head. Yet.
I think your spear is pretty cool.
Thank you, Ari.
It is very cool.
It's not
And
me.
in terms of any magic items, occasionally, there's no like magic item shop in Arix. Occasionally, ships coming through might have some that you might be able to buy, but none in your price range. And any available will only be available until that ship leaves port. So there's nothing that's like, oh, I want to pick that out and years down the line
later.
go back and
Yeah.
The rewards cash for news every week or so.
give or take.
Yeah.
And plus, most magic item, a lot of the magic items that you'll actually be using will probably be received through the school, one way or another.
Like, maybe potions for missions?
There's a greenhouse.
There's a whole garden.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to learn how to make them?
If it keeps me from spending 200 gold every time we have to go out on a mission, then yes.
Have fun.
Oh, it might not be that bad.
So, with the shopping out of the way,
Crow hopped on that literally because it was funny. She didn't need the potion. She didn't care.
is there anything else that anyone's doing?
Barry wants to try Crow's gun. We had discussed it.
Yeah. If you want to roleplay that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
the gym.
no.
I think there will come a moment for that.
Fair
Yeah.
But for now, we are actually going to start advancing through the first half of the semester.
Time skip.
A little bit.
Go
So we
with
Fast
can
forward.
roll for shadows, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Come on.
I've already tried twice. Failed.
I don't know what you're doing.
Down, up, down. You do the opposite.
I'm very bad at
Not that opposite.
anyway.
Oh, that's...
It's bow time.
No.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway.
anyway.
So, over the course of the next 6 weeks,
Whoa.
Oh gosh. Okay, so we're trying 6 times.
yes, which we'll get to in a moment,
Month and a half, okay.
you begin attending preliminary classes. No subjects are chosen. It is introductory on a deeper level for all of the topics and subjects that are available. There are probably some more sparring matches that you have between yourselves and the other teams. But most importantly, over this 6-week period are a number of attempts to focus and identify your shadow. So, for week 1, you'll know the role.
All right.
Wisdom check.
Ugh, it was so. Look at how close that was.
That was
I'm sorry.
3.
It's a 9.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. Week
4.
number 2.
El was
All right.
shaking his head.
Week number 2. Here we go.
13.
No.
DC
DC
17.
17.
Is this just a flat roll or is
It
this
is a wisdom check.
wisdom check? Okay.
Ah, it's a
What's your wisdom?
16.
Ah!
I got 12.
You do.
What's your wisdom on?
It's a +3.
So you got 13 plus 3.
Yeah, 16.
Yep. All right. Week 3.
Week 3. Roll again.
Nat
There we go.
20.
Nat 20 as well. Nice.
17
But it's
plus
17
3 is a
on
flat.
the-
Let's go!
Okay.
All right.
That in mind, we're going to rewind to we'll say the day before,
Okay.
Okay.
or possibly that same day. Because I have had something in mind that being the predecessor to that makes perfect sense. After 3 weeks of attempts and trying your hand at different classes, Grave has asked to meet with your team. It's a relatively early morning. It's essentially a training session. Probably like 10 a.m. Thank you for joining me.
Of course.
No easy way to say this, but I do understand that there's been some struggles with your shadows. Obviously, Elle, you're already quite...
The violin music that you're hearing is L off. Yes, I got it on the first try.
Which, very impressive. Though,
Thank you.
even
Total
with
luck.
that, I do think that what we go over today will be helpful.
Oh,
for
okay.
you. Because while you have been taught the different components and how you can use your soul, I think it might help to understand on a deeper level what it does for you already. And perhaps through studying and that type of focus, it could bring some awareness. Everyone here, except for Elle, interestingly enough, has seen some combat before. Not intensive. Your life may not have been at risk, or maybe it was. But you've traded blows. Why is it that when an arrow is fired, when a sword is swiped across someone, you never seem to get a lucky shot that takes out an opponent right away? Why, when an arrow hits you, does it never happen to strike an artery or your heart? Why does the blood from your wounds... Yes, it bleeds, but not so much that you are in severe danger, no matter how many wounds you seem to take.
Because the person's already on the defensive and trying to minimize it?
Well, the reality is these things stay true even with those that are attempting to take your life. Monsters attack, but for anyone who's had any amount of training, never seem to get a lucky shot, or creatures that could crush you in an instant just barely miss being able to do so. Even if they hurt you severely, they can't seem to just kill you. You can try and aim an arrow for someone's head or their throat, but with anyone who's had any training, you just can't seem to hit in such a way where you kill them.
So what are you getting at?
There is a reason for this. And that reason is your soul. There's a very, very old story, before the gods even, that two entities, light and dark, the light being everything that is or ever would be good, and the dark being everything that is and ever would be evil. And that instead of their eternal conflict in the cosmos, they decided to allow their principles to prove themselves. And your soul, according to this story, is from the light. We know the soul is a tangible thing. We know that you are studying it. But even for those that are unaware of it, it has a effect of preservation. It means that the arrow will always just hit just far enough. It will hurt, and it does not make you immune to death, of course. But it gives you a fighting chance.
So, the soul is like a magic shield that prevents you from taking fatal damage?
In a way, yes. At least that is what we have observed through quite a bit of study.
It makes sense.
And with more training, you are able to deepen the reserves that your soul has in terms of deflecting fatal blows.
We'll fix the fridge someday.
Someday, but not today.
That day is not this day.
That is why myself, your brother, I am not stronger than you, physically. I'm fairly certain that down to a matter of pure strength, you would likely win. But if you and I were to fight and I were not to use any magic, I think that I would still succeed. If for no other reason than I could outlast you. The training I and all the other teachers and students when they graduate, the training that they have undergone is to such a degree that
they've strengthened the body, mind, and soul.
Exactly.
The higher levels have more hit points.
Shh! Don't ruin the immersion.
From a meta perspective, this is my canon explanation for why hit points are a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's why you
And
can't
why-
just take out a monster or an opponent just right off the bat.
Yeah.
Unless you deal
Crazy damage.
an insane amount of damage that's
Exactly.
double their max HP.
But like,
Unless you stab a man that's sleeping.
yeah, but like being stabbed by a dagger in a fight against our teammates is not like a massive deal because we're essentially have a little bit of magical shield to prevent it from actually doing serious damage.
Magical plot armor. I like
Yeah.
it.
For those who have the willpower to fight.
And I think that
You have your little NPCs in the corner with 10 hit points, and you know.
Those are people with no training. We'll go with that.
Exactly.
that's what Graves said, is that anyone who's had any training seems to be able to outlast the average person. I think he goes into it a little bit, probably some practical application. He'd even be willing to prove the point of just like, aim for my heart. And like having you with your spear or Crow with your pistol. It's like, try to, genuinely.
Yep.
And whether you can't tell if it's a matter of instinct or there's always some kind of circumstance. That means you could, even if when you hit, never hits that a fatal wound. And I think with that more practical, less esoteric explanation, there's a degree of understanding of, especially since the two of you have very much, if not yourself, seen people you love that you know are stronger, and now there's an awareness of this is part of why.
There's a tangibility to it.
Exactly. And so with 2 nat 20s
Nice.
and a
Non-natural
nothing to
20.
turn
oh yeah.
a non-natural 20, nothing to turn your nose up at.
You may have gotten the first one, but we all rolled higher.
You did.
That is true.
Well done. Just took it longer, and that's okay.
Yep.
Because narratively, makes sense. I was like, it's just something that I can do, right?
He's just
okay.
rolling.
He's very nonchalant.
Yeah.
And to be
Very
fair,
much so.
Elle is probably the primary one out of the 4 of you that's just like, oh yeah, this intangible concept that, yeah, sure, why not?
Al's very in touch with his emotions.
Yeah.
Is he? He might be.
I feel like he has the least amount of trauma.
That is true.
That is definitely true.
That is very true.
Cassette doesn't have that much.
No.
He has brother.
He does after
It'll
a
happen.
shopping spree.
He has big brother issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Al has
That's
daddy
self-esteem
issues.
No, he doesn't.
He might.
Al loves his father.
Yeah.
He seems to have a good relationship with
He's a very good relationship
Yeah, Al
with
does
his
not
father.
have daddy issues.
Oh, okay.
Ari, on the other hand,
Yeah. Eric doesn't have a
What
father.
father?
exactly.
Well, that is an issue. Just saying.
The next 2 weeks, you're riding a bit of a high. To say the least.
Ella's like so excited and happy for everyone. Good job! You all did such a great job with that.
yeah,
I'm s-
whatever.
You, incredible. Well done.
Gross.
For the record,
Too bad.
I'm going to find a way to reward the nat 20. I don't know what it is yet, but
A good feeling.
Can I have a reimbursement on my 200 gold?
No.
That was worth a shot.
After Ari gets her soul,
yes. Her shadow.
her shadow.
Congrats! You have a soul!
Hey, finally.
Scarecrow.
She goes up to, what's her name?
Risha?
Risha. I would like to inquire about storing this.
Yes, I remember you discussing that. If it is something that you would like to do, the school, as a policy, greatly encourages keeping it here, and does require is too strong a word. But if we as the school do not have access to it, it is of no help to you. If you wish to have it held somewhere in a secure location that the headmaster approves of, that can be arranged. But there is a heavy request that it is freely accessible by the faculty of the academy. If that can be arranged, then there should be no issues.
Thank you. I'll let you know.
For the time being, are you all right with it being here?
For the time being, yes.
All right. 2 weeks pass, and you are given. There's another assembly of sorts. The headmaster on his podium, as usual, as your entire first year class assembles in the main area of the central building.
It's 39 of us, right?
49, I believe.
49. Okay.
It's supposed to be
Because 10 teams, 5 people per team. So 50 students, minus 1 because Peril.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stupid kid.
Well done, students. The past 6 weeks, you have been given an introduction to what you might end up exploring here at the academy. The instruction you've been given is minimal, which is intentional. For, as we discussed before, it is just about time for your first mission. 5 teachers will be choosing a report. This school, those that founded it, and those that graduate from it, are part of a system that stretches across the entirety of the material plane. A system for reporting issues, asking for help, and this is where we receive most, if not all, of our assignments. Once you graduate, you are welcome to continue to use it to find where heroes are needed. The missions that you go on may not end up having much of anything going on. These will be low priority reports. But it is always wise to be prepared for anything.
That was the point of the potions.
Now, the 5 teachers that will be choosing missions will be accompanied by 1 team each. There will be a maximum of 2 weeks, but a suggested period of 1 week for you to complete your assessment of the situation and deal with it in a way befitting of students of this school. However, on the ground, the choices of what to do will be yours. If there are reports of behavior that is not befitting of a student here, there may be consequences. But hopefully it will not come to that. The 5 teachers will not reveal what report they have chosen. It is simply the matter of the first 5 teams, which will be both teams from House Sarada, both teams from House Kaio, and Team 1 from House Maran. You choose which teacher you would like to accompany, and whatever report they have decided to investigate will be your assignment. The 5 teachers will be Samira, Renaissance, Silver, Grave, and Idris.
We're doing Grave, right?
I mean, I would agree.
It does not matter to me.
Beyond that, good luck. Stay safe. And do well. He turns and leaves.
He does not inspire much confidence, does he?
Well, we're all new.
Get it
He's not
yourself.
sure what we're going to do.
I have plenty, thank you.
Anyways, are we all good
Would you
with...
like some?
Fine.
Okay.
Are we all good with
Grave.
having Grave?
I'm okay with whatever you choose.
Grave or silver would be my choice.
Grave it is, and Cass is going to walk over to Grave.
I was hoping.
I had to snag you before the other teams did.
It is, I believe, first come, first serve. They didn't actually give out an order or anything, so.
Good.
Appears that we have a mission ahead of us.
Indeed. Have you already picked it out?
Yes, I have chosen our mission. There was a report in Northern Maya of a mausoleum that was broken into. If you couldn't tell by my name, I have a tendency to care about
Death?
the treatment of the dead.
Ah.
Where in Northern Mire is this?
Wait, a Muslim is not like where you go to look at paintings and old things?
That
No,
is
that's a
a
museum.
Mausoleum
Mausoleum
wait, what?
is like
Museum?
A mausoleum
Grave,
is a
but-
very fancy grave.
above
Oh.
ground, usually. Or part
Parts
of
of
it is.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yes.
7 intelligence.
And well,
So what do we do?
pack.
No.
Okay, I'm ready.
Is it a race?
It is now.
Why? Why would you do that?
Does Crow have her wings on her?
She can summon them.
She can summon them, does she?
Yeah. She flies out a window, shortcuts over to Serrata Tower.
A window wouldn't be a shortcut, honestly.
Up and over as opposed to going the circle from wherever you are.
Well, y'all were in the center of the circle.
Okay, then she just runs
Just
the portal.
up and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Grave, can you teleport?
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, maybe I could, but I don't want to.
You could beat her pretty quick if you did.
I'm already packed.
Oh.
He
So
already
am I.
won.
Where in Northern Mire was this again?
Cascar.
Cascar.
Make a history check with advantage.
I also make a history check.
Yes, no advantage
Ugh.
for you.
Gross.
Nope. That's
No advantage for you.
I know.
That's an 8.
An 8. You know of it. It is
10.
not 10. Yes, same.
Average.
Elle has no idea.
I know approximately where it is on the map. I don't know much about it.
Elle's been to 2 places. His hometown
It's
and Eric's place.
relatively close to Port Seether. Obviously, you know, importantly, relatively speaking.
Yes.
Uh,
Far enough away I can't make a trip home, but
Yeah.
close enough that
Oh,
I
man.
know where it is. It's like
Let me.
for us, like Richmond. We know of Richmond. We're not like close enough to really want to visit it.
It's like
That's a ways away.
it's 300 miles away.
Oh,
It'd be
Not even
more-
oh,
close.
so that's more like Philly. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be like us going to Philly.
Yeah, but honestly, like if you
That's
think
a
about
long-
the world,
Yeah.
that's pretty close.
Yep.
No more geographical location information.
Do you expect every single mission to be local?
You know our
Shut up.
PO box.
Yes, I know.
Anyway.
Anyway. Yeah, so Cascar, you know it, it's a pretty small town, but it's along Jacob's Road, which you would know is the road that stretches from, it is the main travel road that cuts through,
Oh, King Jacob.
named after,
Oh.
yeah. It is the road that the Outsiders travel down from Mercy.
Yeah.
And it's a massive paved road that literally stretches the entire subcontinent.
To that god awful city known as Empios.
I think it does. Let me just check real quick.
Yeah, I think it does run.
Let's not make a pit stop there. That is not a place for us to make a pit stop.
It's been a while. The vampires are probably all gone.
That's not what concerns me. That's the city
still
of
have-
crime.
I still
That's
have a lot of
prime
Thieves
place
Guild
for-
members that I made that never got
What are you
used.
waiting for?
No.
I came up with a whole faction for Trey.
I'm telling you, just one shot.
I don't want to go
I
there.
will literally summon my friend who is a deity now.
Nice.
I know.
Well, I mean,
I know.
you know,
Summon him.
Defeat
care
them with
of
the power of friendship.
Yeah, I know, we're friends.
Swords.
Let's show them the power of friendship.
Yes, Cascar, do you know, do you guys remember roughly where Mercy is?
Yes, I remember exactly where Mercy is.
Cascar is the next village north.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, so it's right up on the little peninsula there.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Which is why, again, relatively close to Port Seether. So, obviously Crow flies off.
Well, she just goes through the portal.
Well,
We're in the tower, right?
no, You're in the main building.
She can still fly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is
Continue.
what I said.
Continue. I'm not here.
I'm tracking you. I got you.
You sure you're not going to bring anything? No change of clothes?
Should probably bring a change of clothes.
This is all I wear. Like,
You don't have another set of that clothing?
no.
I mean, if he just prestidigitates.
Yeah, you can in theory.
Do you have a change of underwear?
I mean, it doesn't. If you can just
Prestidigitate.
clean it with magic at a snap of your fingers, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's true. It wouldn't.
I still
Which
don't
would
like
be
it.
amazing, honestly.
That would
I
be
would
great.
never. I would buy one really, really nice set of clothes and never change. Just immediate. Boom.
It's literally,
Literally
what
what Elle does. Elle's shower in the morning is clean.
you have the potion of healing I've heard so much about.
Oh yes, it's right here. It's right here.
Please
Your instrument?
do not drop it.
Yes, always.
Fair enough. You two probably do need to go back though.
I will go back.
I've even got the hammer.
Meet me at the Skydock when you're ready to go. We can leave as soon as you're ready.
Cool. Cass will go back. He will put on his armor and he'll pack clothes.
Okay. What is crow packing?
Random stuff. Necessities and some other random junk that she thinks would be fun to bring along just in case.
Perfect.
You never know.
And Eric,
She just got like a sack of like all her trinkets and stuff.
She's got like a duffel bag
tied
of
onto
junk.
a stick.
Backpack.
Pretty much. I mean, she didn't bring a lot to the school, so pretty
Yeah.
much just her general backpack, and her journal. And how close is Cascar to Beaushire?
It is horizontally almost the same level, but it's across the bay.
Okay.
Elle goes back and hides Rosa's sword under the bed
Why the quotation marks?
because he doesn't do it very well.
I see.
Kicks at her with his foot.
Understood.
Yep. And brings a toothbrush.
So
You're not just gonna
forget
prestidigitate that?
Nah, there needs to be some effort put into hygiene.
You don't think the magic would do a better job?
He doesn't.
He must
He doesn't
be
like the
very
taste
good
of
at
magic.
I will take that as a much more valid
Magic
answer.
tastes like balloons and dirt.
It tastes sterile sometimes. I think, especially with prestidigitation, it's just like,
The aftertaste of like anesthesia.
I don't know
yeah.
what that tastes like, but yeah.
Oh, that's gross. Yeah, she brings her
Yeah.
journal and
Season.
she
By the way,
brings a couple of things.
at the end of week 3, you received a reply to your letter. But you also never sent me what you wrote. So you don't have a written response yet either.
That's true.
Fair play.
Which letter? The
one
one
to
about
Olive.
the shadow?
No, the one to Olive.
Oh,
The first one you sent.
Yeah.
oh, okay. Yeah, I was just asking about the dragon.
Yeah. There's some information in there.
Okay.
Yeah. So. You
Did I
gather
hear
up your
back
things.
about this a little or no?
No.
Okay.
It takes time.
It's a simple question.
Yeah, but I'm not even sure the letter would have arrived.
I would like to state for the record that a simple question does not always necessitate a simple answer. Sometimes it can be a very complex answer.
All right.
Anyway,
Moving on.
Moving right along.
you gather up your things and meet Grave at the Skydock. So, I believe you two have been on one of these ships before,
Oh, is this the fast one?
and you have been on an airship. You fly. but courtesy of the school, I have my own.
Oh. This
Didn't
is
show it
yours.
to me yet?
You've been busy. And I'm not exactly going to take it out on a joyride. Besides, you're seeing it now. So, here we are. And he gestures, and some of the sky ships hanging in the skydock have wild shapes. Some of them are shaped kind of roughly like animals. Some of them are what we would recognize as more like sci-fi type ships.
Nice.
Some of them looking like they are, made more to travel through, the astral sea and the cosmos as opposed to, just through the air. But Graves looks like a very contemporary ship, specifically a riverboat, which I do think Noah has a.
I'm trying to find
looking
it.
for it.
I never actually saved it anywhere, so I gotta go back to the
It's
group
somewhere
chat.
on Discord.
By the way, Crow hears in her head.
This is one of the only things I have designed for Arklands.
That's not what she hears.
That's an interesting thing that she hears.
That's not what she hears. She hears, a joyride sounds like fun. Actually.
Insight? What is tone?
He wants to go on a joyride in the fast chip.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And
sure.
no one else here but Crow would be up for doing that with him.
I see.
There we go.
Would you like to steal an airship for a joyride?
No!
Okay.
Ari just doesn't want to get in trouble, but she's down for whatever, so long as she doesn't get
There
in
we
trouble.
go. There's the airship.
Yeah.
It looks like an
That's
Egyptian riverboat.
That's pretty cool.
I'll put it on the screen or something.
Egyptian?
Yeah.
Or we'll use
Is that
it for the
Egyptian or
thumbnail.
Viking?
It is inspired by. There's a similarity, but
It was inspired by a great many things.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mostly a conversation they role played out with a shipbuilder who was
Cool.
me.
Mashup. I like it. Like every good fantasy
That
thing.
was actually really fun.
it was a good time. So, come aboard.
Gladly.
We'll get started. You all kind of settle down, and Grave sits in a rather ornate chair at the helm of the ship. There is no steering wheel or rudder or anything that you can see. But as Grave sits in the seat, the entire ship seems to hum and almost come to life and begins floating off of the dock.
Ray's boat looks really stupid now.
But it was blue.
It was blue. I want Ray to have one of these.
Probably does.
He probably does.
I think he has about 7.
It's very specific.
Hobby.
Grave slowly, like, you know how you maneuver out of a parking lot.
Yes.
And, all right. I would advise holding on to something.
Cast
Gonna-
rule.
Elle grabs
Hold
Air's
on.
hand.
Ari just sits.
Crow braces herself against whatever she expects there will be in resistance.
Cass is gonna find one of the areas to tie down a rope and hold on to the hook.
Yeah, easy enough. There is a... Y'all were inside the ship last
Yes.
time. All of a sudden, as you look around, as you are standing aboard... Now, there is a lower deck on this ship, but you're standing on the main deck, which is also where it's piloted from. And so you're in the open air this time. The entire world around you fades slightly as there is a pulse of arcane energy.
Arcana check.
Go for it.
Cool. Terrible idea because it's me, but we'll just go.
Oh, awesome.
Man, we're so close.
That
13.
is a 21.
Ooh, that is a 23.
You two. So All right. You may have gotten some information, but what they get eclipses it. Recognize you are no longer on the material plane. You are on the ethereal plane. With a 21 and a 23, I'm going to say that you guys have heard of Spelljammer ships. A Spelljammer helm is a seat that you attach to a ship and allows it to be piloted in this way. The Spelljammer helm has a specific spelljamming helm, rather. Ornate chair that propels and maneuvers a ship through space and air. It can also propel and maneuver a ship on water or underwater if it's built for that. You can use the spelljamming helm to move the ship through space, air, or water up to the ship's speed. If the ship is in space, which is a relative term, and no other objects weighing 1 ton or more are within 1 mile of it, you can use the spelljamming helm to move the Fastal fast enough to travel 100 million miles in 24 hours. In the ethereal plane, nothing's next to you.
Holy crap.
You can go places.
Hold on tight. And boom! There is the entire world just vanishes as you are in transit for, let's see, from where y'all are currently
Have fun with that math.
to your current destination is 2,200 miles.
It's like here to California,
Okay.
I think.
You are moving at over 4 million miles per hour.
I imagine there's some kind of magical protection around the ship and its inhabitants to make sure that they don't just
Disintegrates.
Yeah.
Yes.
disintegrate.
There is spelljamming ships have a bubble of oxygen, which is how they survive in space. They also have
doesn't mean
artificial
you should
gravity.
You get there in
yourself.
seconds, if not less.
You get there in less than a second.
Yeah.
And so,
What happens to Crow standing up?
Krista, you braced yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, you grabbed. And it's more like a high-speed train that just all of a sudden starts moving.
Yeah.
And it comes to a very sudden stop. And so I would like everyone to make a dex save.
Okay.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Yeah.
You're also sitting down, so I would give you advantage.
All right.
15.
Thank you.
15? You're fine.
Didn't help. 9.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
18.
Ari doesn't even flinch.
Would you try to stop Elle from tumbling?
Yeah, sure.
You got
he's
a nat
holding
20,
me to it.
so
Yay!
roll again.
That was with advantage. I was sitting down with her. That was a 7 and a 2.
Roll one more time.
That's another 2.
Elle was not meant to
You
survive
try.
this.
He's not fated to be stable on
Elle,
his feet.
Well, it like stands up and is like, whoa!
yeah, yeah. I feel like you start to kind of get up because you see the etherealness and you're trying to investigate, and you just face plant as it comes to a very sudden stop.
18.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Should have braced.
Cass will go over and pick up Elle.
There is another pulse of arcane energy as you re-enter the material plane. And you look down, and you're probably 300 feet in the air. But you can see, stretching as far as you can see north and as far as you can see south, Jacob's Road.
Wow.
Wow.
Do we see the town?
Yes. Directly below.
Wow.
Take your 4.
Oh, it's okay.
That was you, buddy.
I know.
Okay, good.
Below you, a relatively small town. Judging by just the size of it, couldn't be more than 200-300 people, max population.
Wow, that is tiny.
Yeah.
Well, for a medieval-esque civilization, that's not as small, but yeah, it's pretty small.
So, Grave, I have a question.
Yes.
What are we supposed to do?
Well,
I'm not a detective or an investigator.
We know.
Thank you. And this one is not very good with people, so...
well, what a coincidence. She's good with matters of intellect, and you are good with people.
Oh.
I'll take care of it.
What you do here is up to you. I am here to assist if things go awry.
Only if things go awry? You're not going to supervise, or...?
For the most part, no. Now, I might be in the same room. I'm going to find somewhere. I'll arrange for our rooms. I'll eat with you and answer any questions you have, but this is your mission.
So can we get some more information?
Wait,
The information we have is that a mausoleum belonging to apparently someone with a not insignificant amount of wealth was broken into.
So we find him and we get it back.
what was stolen?
Unclear.
We'll ask him.
Well,
beat the
She was
other
also
out.
find out.
town this small...
You would not beat anyone.
Threaten.
That's better.
Let's try and keep everything above the law for this.
You don't have to worry about me, it's her.
I mean, technically, we weren't told to do everything within the law. We were told.
We were told to
To get
behave
back.
as the school expects.
Okay,
To
we
behave
did
in a matter
very
befitting
clear
a
job.
student of the school.
So let's not try and become criminals.
We're supposed to do. They never said anything.
I suppose a town this small, we can go about asking people. I'm sure if it's this size, they must know what happened.
Should we start with the person that owns the mausoleum?
We'll have to find them. But
How do you say it?
where there is a
Mausoleum.
tavern, there are people to ask.
Mausoleum.
And luckily enough, that is where we are. As the ship comes to a soft landing in some grass, there is a large tavern built directly off the side of Jacob's Road, directly across from the large buildings. Very, very typical of a town like this. Wooden structure, kind of stone, white stone walls, red shingled roof. Directly across on the other side of the road, however, is a large plaza with a bunch of tents set up in it. And this is the point furthest north. So, essentially, if any travelers are coming from the north, from Port Seether or anywhere like that, this would be the first thing that they see. Is the tavern on the left, the plaza on the right. A little bit further down, past the tavern, actually, right next to the tavern is a small pond. And a little bit further down, maybe another 200 feet, is what appears to be a temple. But on the right side, right after the market, is a large structure with marble pillars, a square structure in the middle, kind of like a beefed up gazebo, where you've got a central structure and then it's a ring with a very ornate green tiled roof with gold accents, a large door on the front of the structure.
Well, I wonder if that might be something that someone who is wealthy might own.
Well, Elle goes, okay, I guess we should start by investigating the place that was robbed. And he starts walking towards the market.
I think
Oh.
it would
Yes.
be better if perhaps you and Caspian went to the tavern and asked for information concerning what was stolen, while Crow and I investigate the mausoleum and see if there's anything there that we can notice.
Okay. I think that's a good idea.
Where's a
You do
mausoleum?
the people, we do the...
Ryan does not think that's a good idea, but we're going to go with it. Let's split up our two support
We're
characters.
across the street!
Cass is going to pipe up and say, I think it's best if whoever it is that had this stolen from them, we introduce ourselves together. Then if we decide to split up after that, we may do so. So, let's find out who the person who reported this theft was. And then we can figure out what to do from there. Let's
We might not like
start
to go
with...
tramping around the mausoleum on our own.
We don't have to go tramping around it. We just look around the general
Let's
area.
Loiter.
start with an
Yes.
introduction.
Yeah, people don't like loitering.
All right, let's move. And Cass is going to start walking towards the very ornate building.
Okay, yeah.
I thought we were going to the tavern.
We're going to
Yes.
see if the person who has all the money is the one that lives in the fancy building.
I think the fancy building is the mausoleum.
Well, yes.
That's...
Owns
they-
the mausoleum.
Why
You
would
understand
they
what
be
I meant.
living in...
All right,
the
I
mausoleum?
misspoke. I'm
Mausoleum
sorry.
is the thing that was robbed. Do you think the rich person robbed his own mausoleum?
I mean, that's
No, but
certainly
he might-
possible.
Maybe.
Is the
just
fancy
don't
building the
understand
mausoleum?
Grave sitting
Make-
back.
Is this Amy?
This is Amy asking because I think there's a disconnect here.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's a full connection. I'm just this isn't very enjoyable right now.
Because Amy's thinking the fancy building is the mausoleum. Am I wrong about that?
You are not wrong.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
mausoleum.
So why are we going to the mausoleum?
Because whoever is owns it might be there at the moment.
Why don't
you
we
think
go
he
into the
lives
tavern
there?
first to ask where we might find the person?
Who just
Fine, all right.
chills at their own mausoleum? You gonna take a nap there?
Well,
If
it's
yours
currently an
smells
active
great.
investigation, isn't it?
Yeah, join the bodies, I guess.
Can y'all make a perception check real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, Al's going to the market.
I mean, my passive is 15, but...
Oh, you gotta
yeah.
roll.
It's a 10.
19.
Are you rolling? You do not care?
Cass was not paying attention because the two of them were like, well, we shouldn't go here, so his back is turned to Al.
Al has walked towards the tavern. He was given an instruction by Cass, and he's going to follow that while they kind of yell at each other.
Yep.
See if he can get some.
Ari was just confused because Cass said we're not going to the, not to go to the mausoleum.
Oh, yeah,
And then
no.
he's like, oh, we're going to go to the mausoleum first. And I'm like, I thought we were going to tavern.
Cass said not to split up.
Too late.
Well, you've
That's
done a
not-
great job so far.
Al has already split.
Yep.
Cass is going to follow Al as soon as he realizes that that's what's happened.
Let's go, Ari. We'll just tag along until they tell us what to do that is actually helpful.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Have you ever done anything like this before?
No.
No.
I've done missions, so to speak, but nothing like this.
So,
It's going to take him a while to figure out who's in charge of what.
Ari has done this before.
She's stressed.
Al has not.
Competent children.
you approach the door, and there is a clear sign. As you approach, because Grave has landed the ship essentially right next to the road, and as you all depart from it, Grave grabs the. How big of bags did the three of you? Because you didn't pack a bag.
Cass has got like a suitcase and an over-the-shoulder bag.
Duffel bag kind of thing.
Basically a backpack.
And did you bring them with you off the ship, or
Yeah.
No, Cass probably would have left them on the ship.
you
She
brought
just
your?
would instinctively sling it over her shoulder.
Ari has like her small pouch with her, but I think she left the majority of her stuff on
Then
the
Grave
ship.
grabs both of yours, because there is enough for him to carry on his own.
I don't have a bag.
Exactly.
Okay.
Pointed to the people on either side of you.
Oh, I thought you were pointing at me. Sorry.
You're not the center of the
And
Sarah, my bad.
as he steps off, he essentially takes out a small remote or what some kind of device,
Beep beep.
and the ship vanishes.
I legit thought you were about to lock it.
I mean, it basically is.
He's locked it away from any.
Locked it away
current
on the ethereal
hands.
plane.
Fair enough.
Everyone remember where we parked?
Just use the emergency button on the remote if you can't find it.
Oh my gosh.
All I'm thinking of is
I
Star
love this
Trek, The
fantasy
Voyage
sci-fi
Home,
mashup.
where it's the
Planescape,
whales
man.
one where
It's
they
fun.
go back to the past and save the whales and they park inches of field and then turn the ship invisible. Like, everyone remember where we parked?
So you make your way
so
down the road, which you can see, like, the town extends a fair bit down, but not a lot of people. It's currently,
It's not even dinner rush.
yeah, it's not dinner. It's probably like
Well, you know, it took us so long to get here.
late
That's true.
afternoon.
It's like noon at this point. Unless we took like an hour. To
No,
get
it's more
ready.
so that this assembly was held later in the day.
That's
Kind of thing. Not all teams were going to leave that night. Probably a few of them were probably going to leave the next morning. The Grave was like, let's go.
yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah, it's probably coming up on dinner, and you do see a fair amount of. You probably see a caravan north up the road, currently making its way down south along it. There's a signpost right next to the path that leads off from the road towards the tavern that says Port Seether, 300 miles that way, and lists a bunch of other locations and in their various directions down the road. The tavern, which has a handy swinging sign in front of it, is the North Point Tavern. Or sorry, North Point Inn.
He goes in.
Yeah, you go in. It's bustling a little bit. There's probably like 15, 20 people inside.
That's a good crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit diverse.
Notably, no music,
Wow.
which piques your interest as being odd.
Interesting. Huh. Just a bunch of noise.
Yep. Just lots of discussions and all that.
So
Elle will walk up to whoever's currently in charge of seating. Barlaman Butterbur or something? I don't know.
This is a tavern. There's no one in charge of sitting.
Got it.
If you want to grab a seat, you just grab a seat.
Fair enough. Elle grabs a seat.
All right. Yeah. There's a couple, 2 or 3 tables still free. Easy enough. You grab a chair. It's quite cozy. This inn takes up the entire bottom floor. There's a bar. Large man with red hair and a big full beard.
What season of the year are we in?
Spring.
Spring. Yeah.
Spring. Okay. Just curious.
Yep.
So there's no like roaring fire or anything going on.
There is a fireplace.
Oh, yeah.
And there is a fire going.
But it's not for warmth. at
And
this
there's
point.
people are not really sitting at it at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been 6 weeks.
Yeah.
This place is very nice.
what month is it?
As,
like it.
as soon as Cass walks in, he's gonna make a beeline for the barkeep.
Okay, and Cass is gone.
What?
Can I help you?
Yes. I was wondering, would you happen to know the location of the man who owns that big fancy building over there?
Oh, you're not joking.
I'm not, no.
This is Elle.
It's been requested that we investigate the break-in that happened recently.
Oh.
So,
How loudly are you talking?
normal volume.
Aries just making active perception checks.
That's exactly what Elle is doing.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep. I'm gonna do it. 13.
7.
So building
Closer
too
to
loud.
20.
Looking to see if anyone's flicks their eyes over to
I mean,
Cass.
y'all are like brand new. You
That is true. You are in some very showy armor.
He is.
And wearing very bright armor.
Yeah, very bright armor.
Are you wearing the
nice-
helmet when you ask?
No. Cass has the helmet, like, by his side.
Understood.
I want to see how this soldier gets in.
You're new around here, ain't you?
I
soldier.
just showed up a couple minutes ago, yes.
I see. The one that owns that ain't here.
Okay.
As in, isn't in this town.
Yes.
Some fancy... some kind of wealthy family up north decided that they wanted to be very prominently displayed after their life is over.
Ah, I see.
They don't live here. They're just
That's
buried
the
here.
rich for you.
So, is there a caretaker of the facility?
I mean,
Or somebody who might be in charge of it?
I guess me?
I take it you're not paid to take care of it. You've just taken
No,
care
that's
of
the thing. I'm paid to go over and dust it like once a week, given the advance once per year when they come through.
it. Ah, I see. Well, in that case, I guess you might be the best person to ask. Do you know who reported the incident? Did you?
He's gonna make an insight check. That would be an 8. Yeah.
Insight check. That is a 10.
10?
Not great.
All you can get is that there's a guardedness.
Why isn't Eldon talking here?
He wanted to. I'm going to let him talk.
He likes
Is
to
there
talk.
any information you could give me as
Which is
to
why this is funny.
where I could start looking, besides entering the mausoleum itself?
I mean, you're welcome to ask around. Here's the reality. The Radomir family. The ones
Can I
that
make a history check to see if
Go for it.
Cass knows that name? Nope. Not a clue.
well, would you roll?
That was a 1.
A nat one?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Not yet. No clue.
Cass gets home at the end of the year and he finds out, wait, we've known the Radomirs our whole lives? What?
They're not the most liked around here.
Yeah, I can tell.
That doesn't surprise me. It sounds like they are a bit full of themselves, just from the basic description you've given.
Yeah, most of that type of harm.
Inside check of that. That's a 9.
Not a.
I wasn't expecting.
But are you here on their behalf, or
Please
Well,
don't tell me. Please don't tell me.
I suppose. Too bad. I suppose, in a sense, we are. I'm a student at the school.
Oh, he told them.
Mai's Academy.
What else you gonna do?
never heard of it?
Yes!
I can't say I'm surprised. It is a ways south of here.
And so, what's a student doing? Investigating something if it's so far away, why are you here asking questions?
Call it a learning experience.
Chair.
Someone put in a report. We're allowed to look into them.
Right, the report. So what can I help you with?
I was just wondering if there was any additional information you could give us. We didn't get a lot other than that the mausoleum was robbed and broken into.
Well, that's probably why I drew attention. The thing's magically sealed. Or supposed to be. For as long as I've lived and worked here, the door can only be opened by members of the Radomir family.
So not even you are allowed in?
No. That's why I just dust the outside.
Interesting. So no one has access to it, but someone who is powerful enough, well-versed enough in magic was able to break through the barrier.
In theory, you could do it with brute force, but seems likely.
I imagine brute force would have made a ruckus.
Possibly.
Can you insight this guy?
Sure.
Is Ryan asking, or is Elle asking?
Can you... Are you getting a weird vibe from this guy?
Go. Vibe check.
It's a 5 and a 7 for a total of 10. So,
no more than cats.
yeah. Not getting much. My passive insight is 18.
Use that! We've been sitting here for a while.
That's true.
Watching Cass.
Judging.
Yeah.
Not very quiet.
I'm not gonna. I can't say flounder because he just got some pretty good info, but struggle I think is a very good word.
He's not one for
roundabout.
communicating with the common folk.
Listen, Elle can take over anytime.
Oh, he absolutely can.
But this is funny.
It's a learning experience for Cass.
We are students, after all. As he so forwardly told the man.
This is exactly what cats would do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
I love
Oh,
this.
no, you're good. This is not
great.
a
Sitting
critique of
here too.
Noah's choices. This is an in-character critique of his teammates' choices. And a little bit of enjoying it.
Cass has no reason to suspect people.
All we know is that one morning the doors were open. And someone, I thought that it was worthy of a report.
Oh, that is absolutely catching Aries' attention.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Make another one. That's much better. Yeah, 18 plus 3 is a 21.
With a 21,
There we go.
you not only catch the fumble, but I will give you the reason for it. If he's paid to take care of it, and y'all are here on behalf of the family,
He's in trouble.
if he's not the one who reported it, why didn't he?
Exactly. Why didn't he know about it?
Well,
Interesting.
he did know about it.
He knew
He
about
just
the
didn't
report?
care.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So,
Is it safe to enter?
oh, yeah. It's marble.
Well, I wasn't sure if there was any additional magic that you might be aware of.
Oh, I don't think so.
I'll check it out just to be safe.
Yeah, it should be.
I don't suppose there's any additional information you might be able to give me? Anyone else who might know the happenings?
I mean, people at the market sleep in their tents. They're only here for a little bit before they pass on, and other people come and they set up, so they're right next to it. If there was a ruckus,
They might have heard
they
it.
might have heard it.
Perfect.
You're welcome to ask around. Grave at this point comes to us. Speaking of, we will need accommodations for, we'll say 3 days to start, and then possibly more after. Yeah, no problem. Do you just want beds in the shared space, or... And Grave takes a look at...
How many individual rooms do you have?
I got 2 individual rooms and 1 larger room. All the rest of the beds are in the shared space.
Are the individual rooms available?
They can be. Yeah, they're a little pricier.
Well, I just want to make sure you're not trying to kick someone out of it. That phrasing was a little weird.
If you'd like to, anyone can make an insight check, because he makes a facial expression that is...
Yeah.
That is a 16.
13.
13.
With a 16. He almost looks sad for a moment. No, they're not occupied.
Rip.
All right. Is that within the budget, Grave?
I thought you were paying for it.
Are you up there with him now?
No, she's hollering comments from the table.
I'll supplement whatever is needed additionally.
I can handle it. You know what? Could an extra cot be put into each of the individual rooms? Yeah, easy. Great, we'll take all 3. And Grave does take care of it.
Cool.
Master room is mine.
Fair enough.
Boys will be sharing one room, girls the other.
Yeah.
That'll work.
He gets the keys. Left or right?
Left.
All right. I'll put your bags in your rooms. And,
Don't you need the keys for the rooms?
You can give them to us when we return.
yes, I'm going to go read a book in my room.
Sure.
Come get me if you need me.
I
Very
think,
good.
I think we're doing just fine.
we're doing perfectly fine.
So far, so good.
That's like a
And he starts up
good.
the stairs.
4 out of 10.
Good is a word.
Like he got around to it, but it took a while and it was really cringe.
I'd give him a 2
Out of 10?
out of 100.
Guys,
That hurt.
I'm standing right here.
Yes.
Ari, how about you?
All right.
Ari gets up to go
That's
talk to
ready.
the bartender.
Okay.
Al goes with her.
Oh, you're part of... Yes.
Do you have anything to drink?
Absolutely. What would you like?
Do you have non-alcoholic?
Yeah, sure.
Coward.
I'll take 2 of your least expensive non-alcoholic drinks. What do you have?
Water.
Something that has a little flavor.
You asked for the least expensive.
That is fair.
Water
You-
is fine.
Do you charge for water?
No.
Okay, good.
There's a pond outside.
Well, I mean, I
Spring
could.
water is the easiest thing in the world to get right here.
From like off in like the corner, Cass is just like, "You're drinking out of a pond."
No, you are.
Yeah, most people do. Buckethead.
Cass, hear that?
No. I'll tell him that for you. I like it. It's funny. But he's, shall we say, not used to the common folk.
I could tell.
What gave it away?
Yeah.
Shiny armor, perhaps.
Last person I saw in armor that shiny was getting buried at their mausoleum.
Ooh. That's unfortunate, though. Did you know them?
Nope.
No? Well, you never know. You see people. You seem to be an individual who has the knack for conversation with others.
And I would, but the Radomir family don't socialize with the likes of me.
Oh, that's their loss then. Because you run a very nice establishment.
Well, thank you. Did not intend for this guy's accent to get so strong, but it just kind of got there.
It's perfect.
That's how characters develop.
Yeah.
Look at that.
But
What was stolen?
we can jump right into that.
No idea. All we saw was the door was open, which it's not supposed to be.
Keep in mind that we don't know if anything was stolen. It's just that it was broken into.
And I don't think anyone has the guts nor...
Front of Trey's laptop.
What?
There's a bug.
Sorry.
Where?
Amy sees a bug.
Oh, there it is.
What kind of
Smush it!
No, it's fine.
Is it a net?
Sorry. I was
Literally.
distracted. My high perception.
Smoosh. Why are you? Okay. That'll
Lord, okay, don't smush him, but let him
Anyway.
slowly suffocate. That
Can
works.
I have him?
There's a lot of air in there for him.
No.
Anyway,
Focus.
sorry.
He's contained. We can deal with him later.
I want him.
No.
Fidget.
A bug is not a fidget toy.
He will literally leave the second you try to grab him.
Anyway,
Hold him closely.
Anyway.
I don't know if we're here on behalf of the family or not. We were just sent here to study and learn.
Are
And-
you learning how to build tombs or something?
Learning how to investigate and solve problems.
I just want dinner, to be honest.
Here's a menu.
Oh, thank you.
I get free entertainment.
It's all like homemade stuff too.
Alzheimer's.
Aside from bodies, what else did the family tend to put in the mausoleum?
That was dark, Eddie. Oh, this looks
What?
delicious.
Primarily bodies, but those bodies tended to have accoutrement. You know, rich types, they love to be buried with their wealth or signs of it.
Can I get this side with this entree?
Yeah, sure.
Make that too.
I'll take 2 number 3s, please.
Sure.
With the side from number 5.
Great. Graves covering it, right? It's on his bill.
It's on the...
Yeah. We'll tally it up later.
And put it on the bucket head's bill.
Could probably afford it.
Yeah.
Hang up on.
Is there... I apologize, I'm not the best with words. You told my companion that the family was not well liked in the town. So, stands to reason that if the mausoleum was broken into, people may not necessarily care that much.
And that's why no one's bothered to check.
There could also stand reason that anyone could be potential culprits if everyone equally dislikes them.
Yes, and if things went missing... When is the Radomir family next?
They just
Scheduled.
had their visit. They
Just
come through it midwinter.
It's a
Was
carpet
it
beetle, Mark.
opened before or after they came?
Carpet beetle.
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
Opened before or after they came?
The door was open like 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago, okay.
This is y'all showed up quick,
News got around quick, it seems.
apparently. You talking about the stupid white and green building?
No.
Yeah, this is a very intoxicated gentleman at one of the tables.
Figured. Not unless you have, you want to talk about it as well.
Of course! Y'all come now.
Should we have come sooner?
The temple's graveyard has been vandalized for months.
Interesting.
And no one cared.
What type of vandalism?
Graves are dug up.
I'm watching the barkeep's mannerism.
Sorry about him.
No, that is interesting because
That's information. This has
If-
been happening for a while.
yes, but it is also interesting that it was only reported when the mausoleum was broken
Because
into.
the mausoleum is owned by rich people.
Listen, this is a pit stop of a town. There's a lot that happens here that never gets solved because whoever did it is gone the next morning. People come, they stay for a night or two, they go.
Any
Tourist attraction. Digging up graves.
Thankfully, that is not exactly a common occurrence. It has been happening, but
who is the temple dedicated to?
Diora.
Remind me which one that is.
Make a religion check.
Ooh, can I help her?
You can make your own.
No, I can't.
19.
19. Diora is the local name for Sakura, the Velvet Queen.
Ooh.
Nice.
Golden Restoration.
Yeah, there's a common rumor that since, she's the goddess of gold, that the caskets at the temple have gold lining. They don't. But that's why it's generally accepted that grave digging is something that happens, or been happening. It's only, there have been a case or two a year and they usually just open up the coffin and find there's nothing there, and then...
Have any bodies gone missing from the grave robbings at the temple?
You'd have to ask them. I just have heard about it.
No, I appreciate the information. Thank you for your time.
I couldn't... You were making the most, grumpy face, and the bartender's job is to read people, so... You just
It's literally Crow's RBF.
Oh yes, absolutely.
It's
She just gives him a
it's just
look
how she
confused.
is. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's that one. F you.
He seems pleasant.
He's at his most pleasant right now.
Seems
That's
fun.
why I let him partake even this early into the night.
What's his name?
How dare you?
Did we get the bartender's name?
No, the bartender is apparently not important. He's just the barkeep. But this guy, this drunk dude, man, we're gonna find out all about him.
Everything. We're gonna learn about his social security number. We're gonna learn about his previous.
That's Solomon.
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 That's a good name for an old drunk man.
ETA on the food.
Well, you kind of been keeping
Yes.
me.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
sorry.
Thank you
Jeez.
for your time. And Ari pulls out a silver piece.
Thank you. And he then starts retrieving some
Are you
of
up
the
at the bar
ingredients from
with us?
Yeah, she
from
is.
the
I guess she would definitely change.
pantry. But there's a supply room,
She did say that.
and starts gathering ingredients and cooking.
As he goes back, Ares says,
You all did very good.
I've done this before.
I know.
There's something to being direct with people, and doesn't help often, but I've watched Thalion do this on a number of occasions, and when he's not threatening people, it seems to work well.
Yeah, I would not use Thalion as your reference for obtaining information. Just
Well, like I said, I'm not threatening anybody. Just
I could.
don't.
if I needed someone to, I would ask you.
Thank you.
But we were able to get it without threatening. But maybe the next person we will need to threaten.
Perfect.
What is Caspian doing during all this?
Cass went back to sit at the table, and they all left. So he was just chilling there. So he
Crow's
heard
at
bits
the
and
table.
pieces. Oh, Crow's at the table.
She's
Still?
been. I imagine the table was close enough that
Okay.
everyone can hear.
Okay.
So Crow's tossing comments.
So
as she
so
goes
Cass
in.
was just sitting
There's
there.
the table that Solomon's at, and then it's yours.
Okay, yeah. So Cass is just sitting there listening to Crow being so eager to threaten somebody, and he's just like, he's got such a headache forming. All right, so
So
I think it's worth investigating this long spree of grave robbing. Perhaps they simply ran out of graves they were interested in and decided to try the mausoleum.
It's certainly possible. I think we need to speak with the temple. We need to discern what kind of magic kept the temple sealed, and if it was broken in by brute force or by a dispel. What do you think?
I think that's a good idea. I'm also hungry. And I did
Yes.
not get to my drink.
Well, he's getting the food and
He is.
Give him time.
I'm very hungry. But that's okay. I think that's a good idea. Yes.
I think you did well starting the conversation though, Caspian.
Thank you.
Nothing.
yeah.
Just know
I-
the food is
I
going to
agree.
be on your tab.
I know it
It's
is
on
on
Graves.
it is on Graves' tab, not his.
For now.
Yes.
The townsfolk don't take too kindly to people who appear outwardly wealthy, it seems.
Nope.
Well,
bad
I'm
taste in the
sorry
mouth
that
from the
I
Latimer
am
family.
clean kept and have a nice appearance about myself.
You should be. Do you see the place that you're in?
It's not you, it's that they had a bad taste from the
Yes,
Ratimir
yes.
family.
Well, I'm not the Radimirs, so
We know
perhaps
that.
I can change their opinion on that. Either way, we're here to do a job. If that requires someone else handling the communication, perhaps Elle, you can.
No, I think you did perfectly fine.
All right. If it needs to be
They,
said,
they didn't need me either. They did everything that I would have done. So, I'm just here.
Okay. Thanks for being here.
So,
I've got your back if
you
you
gonna
need
rob
it.
this grave or what? For information. I clarify.
I hate when you open your mouth.
Shall I sit
Let's-
here and smile pretty? Would you rather that?
You can smile.
Or do you want me to speak with my actions?
I think we definitely need to take a look around the mausoleum and speak to the people at the temple, because
You also did say the people at the market. Don't
Yes.
forget that.
yes, the people at the market as well. There's a lot of talking that needs to be done.
There's a lot of
and
talking. Let's do the mausoleum first.
Yes.
If we don't
Investigating
get
that.
information out of that, then we can make our rounds with the talking.
You are getting food, and Ella's
I'll
getting
eat it
food.
later. I don't care.
No, I'm eating now.
Okay, you can eat it now. I'm looking for something to do.
Your food arrives at the table, as well as a glass of lemon.
She starts eating.
Let's go!
For some reason, I'm just imagining like a very large helping of mashed potatoes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Actually, that's the side that you want.
Yeah, we'll go with it. He
Yeah.
gets
Some kind
like
of
2
roast
extra
beef.
helpings
Yeah.
of mashed potatoes.
I know.
Eat now, investigate directly after. Crow, you can withstand 5-10 minutes of that.
She's
I'm sure.
already shoveling food in
All
her
right,
face.
there we go.
And as you guys dine in the North Point Inn with a decent plan ahead of you, that will be where we end this episode. Thank you very much for joining, and we will see you next time. Good night.
That was such the perfect mess I was expecting
That
it
was
to
a
be.
beautiful mess.
Great.